Hey everybody, Yoda here. It's an exciting day here at Grumpy Acres. So today is the day we get our bees back. Not all of them. I still have to go over to Life Done Free and grab my warrior hive. So anyway, here's a video on our bees, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so picked up the packages and they came in a different type of package today. Usually this is a wood box with wire, and today they sent them in a bee bus, and so I'm liking these. And so it was fairly simple. Took me a little bit to finagle and figure out what exactly I was doing. So you'll see the syrup, the sugar syrup goes in here while they're traveling. They've got plenty of food. And then the queen was in a box up here. So she was completely separate. Usually she's hanging down inside. So that was really convenient to set up, and I really, really liked it. Now, you're going to get to see some exciting footage. I was really excited because these bees want to work. They're going to be productive, and they're going to do some great things for the farm. So I'm super excited about that.
So I didn't realize that I was being recorded here. I got to get the bee suit on and make sure that I'm protected. We're going to be working with 4 package bees today, getting those into hives. So not everybody gets situated right away, so I want to make sure that I'm protecting myself. So I went ahead and I started a fire. It's been a while since I've got packages and worked with them, so I just thought that I'd go ahead, have some smoke going just in case. Now, what the hives that you're looking at here are polystyrene hives that I got through it was bees.com. I'll have Garen, babybeekeeper.com. Anyway, I'll have Garen put the link down below, and then that way you guys can get to those. Now, these are better insulation, and so with this insulation, you're going to have lower problems with fluctuation in temperatures. So what you're seeing me do here, I'm putting the queen bee in. She's in this box. And usually she'll have a helper with her, nurser bee, and that nurser bee helps take care of her while she's in there. Now, the reason why I hang it, you're going to see when I pull this package out, it's going to have blue tape on the queen there. And so you want to make sure you get that blue tape off, because there's a candy core that's down inside there. And that candy corn, the other bees are going to work on and get that out so that they can get her out. And this usually takes a few days, and that way that they've bonded and they know they want to be with her. So you see me taking that out, and you saw when I put it into the hive, I made sure that that candy core face down as much as possible. So with these packages, this is the bee bus that you see here, and I like them. They worked out pretty well for me. I didn't have any problems with it. So what we'll do, we're going to get them going, get everybody opened up, get the syrup out. You'll see me kind of fumble with this a little bit. I've never worked with these type of packages before. Usually you just pop them off, and they're that wooden box like I was saying before with wire. So this took a little bit to get used to, but once I got used to it, it was okay, and I liked it. I'll use these again. I hope that they stick with these. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pour everybody into the bottom frame, or the bottom box, the bottom deep. The reason why I do that, this is a Langsford hive, so the bees build from the bottom up. So I want to make sure that I put that queen in that bottom box. Now, because these are polystyrene, they're going to build their brood a lot faster because there is not those temperature fluctuations that go in there, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the second deep on top, because these bees will want to work that. They're going to work it a lot faster. And where we're at with the amount of flowers and pollen we have in the area, they're going to have the full-on potential to be able to do that. So I'm really I'm liking these hives. I'm liking the bee buses. I'm thinking this is going to be a fantastic year, and I'm super excited. Now, what you see in the background, this is a windbreak. So we get winds up here that are, oh my gosh, 75 miles an hour. Sometimes I think even stronger. And so I want to protect these boxes. I was noticing that they were kind of shifting a little bit. So luckily they didn't have bees in them, so I wasn't too worried about it. So once we figured out, okay, we need a windbreak in here because we don't have enough weight going on, right? So once there's brood and comb and all that stuff in there, there'll be weight, and they're going to seal those tight spots up, so they won't have the possibility of moving. Now, that being said, I still will tie these down with a tie down strap, and the reason for that is I just want to make sure they're full on protected with the amount of wind that we get here. So now my hives all face south, and I want them to face south. Sometimes your bees can get directional challenged. I've actually, friend of ours over at Life Done Free, she had that happen, and it was a little bizarre. And basically the way that she knew it was that that comb it kind of cockeyed. It wasn't straight and worked out well. So now I put the other frames in. I've made sure the queen is in the very center. All of the bees eventually will get to her and keep her warm. We put the second deep on, and then we're going to put the queen excluder in. Now, so this queen excluder is important because once your queen is released and in there, you don't want her being able to just take off anytime she wants. Now, she will go to flight to mate once, and then from there, her job is to pretty much stay in there and just lay larvae. So we get everybody in there, and then I'm going to take this package and I'm going to lay it in front of each hive after I, empty out as many as I can, so that the stragglers know exactly where to go. They'll be able to pick up the odor of that queen, everybody coming in and out, and they'll know exactly what box they need to go to. So I was actually surprised. I wasn't going to get these until the next morning. By the time I was done cleaning up after I filled the fourth one in, they were all empty, and I was able to just take them, and there was no problem. So I'm saying I like those. So once we get this on, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a feeder on. Now with these polystyrene, a little bit different from the wood frames I noticed. Usually I would take a jar and do a sugar water, either at the entrance down at the bottom where you see the bees going in or out, or if it was just a wood box, I would actually drill holes into the lid of the jar and then fill that jar up and just put that in a super and close it up. Now I didn't have that option with this. This bottom of this feeder is solid, and then you'll see it looks thicker towards the front. That's actually hollow so that the bees can go in and out. So this is just the rest of the syrup from the can. I'm going to fill that, and this is going to be plenty for them and keep them going. So they've already started. I watched them a little bit, and they were already collecting pollen, so they were doing great. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and put in the intersection, and that is wood. That is not polystyrene, but that's not going to make a difference because the lid is, so it's going to keep that insulated well, and again, help fight that temperature fluctuation. So just set those on. Try not to squish anybody, but it happens. It just is what it is. So now I'm going to get everybody else set up and get them all in here. Actually went pretty smooth. I like Italian bees. The Italian packages just seem to be so much calmer. And one of the things too, they're really great workers. So you're going to see at the end after I'm done here, you're going to see that the bees will actually, so in each package from the traveling, you can have some dead bees in there. So as you can see the way that I'm putting everybody in there, they're going to fall into those hives. So bees are great at cleaning up their mess, and they will actually go through and push all of the dead bees out to the front and out of the hive. And we had noticed upon cleaning up, they had already immediately started doing this. So I think they're happy. I think they're happy with the polystyrene. So these were not crazy ridiculous. These were, oh gosh, I think the shipping I think was the worst of it. And betterbee.com. So better, BETTER BEE.com, and they're out of Greenwich, New York. So I'm not sure if you can find these from any other bee company. So you could try to. It looks like there's another company that does more of a British style that's 8 to 9 frames. Now these are 10 frames, and polystyrenes usually do come in 10 frames, but I think it's Australia. In Australia, their style is 8 to 9. So here's where you see the bees are already coming in, starting to clean up. And then we have another frame where they did it. It's absolutely amazing. What a treat to see. So anyway, guys, this is how you do it. So you ask a beekeeper one question, ask 10 beekeepers one question, you're going to get 14 different answers. So yeah, nobody's perfect. You just do you. Do it the way that you like it. And I hope we were able to help you on this and show you how we do it here. We're super excited to get bees back on the property. And we'll get over and get my worry hive, and then I'll go through a worry hive with you guys. And that difference is that they start from the top and build down, and you get the honeycomb. This is where they were pushing the bees out. How cool is that?
Here's one thing I'm going to ask you today. I want you to figure out how you are going to be a producer. So what does that mean? Find something that you can do to make this year a little bit easier for your life. Now, if that means getting bees and making sure that you have honey for next year, the year after, great. If that means that you need to store up a little extra groceries, great. However you need to do it, go plant a garden. If you plant a garden, get some flowers in, all of that stuff. I like that. I hope all of my neighbors do it because that's free food. So the bees will love it. They'll travel up to a 2-mile area. So hopefully we've got a lot of neighbors putting in some nice fruit trees and flowers. So anyway, guys, all right. I think until next time, go live a life done free.
Thanks, Milo.